so you may have noticed we have been hit with a lot of spam and phishing emails lately.
We have. Can we take a look at a few of them to see how we can spot a suspicious email?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at this first one right here. This one is for an account that is outside of our organization. So look at the sender address of the email and not the subject line.
Okay.
Because if you look at the sender, it's not coming from an ACPS address. Even though the superintendent's name is in the subject line, that's not who the email is actually coming from.
I got it. So I should always be wary of emails that are coming from outside of ACPS. So does it matter if it's coming from an ACPS address?
Yes, remember all of our administrators at both the district and school level, their names and email addresses are public information, as well as teachers' emails. Now, if we have gotten hit with a phishing attack and somebody has opened that, whoever sent the phishing email can then gain access to that person's address book. So now they have access to a bunch of ACPS emails. So sometimes an email might look like it's coming from an ACPS address, but that's not who it's actually coming from.
Okay, so if I see an email coming in to me that has an ACPS address, how can I tell if it's phishing or spam?
Okay, well, let's take a look at the to line this time. So it looks like it's coming from an ACPS address, but look who it's going to. Now in this one, we can see the emails coming to you and all the other recipients are BCC. That stands for blind carbon copy. And basically that means that the user is hidden. Any email that's coming from within ACPS is going to show you who the other recipients are. So anytime you see me and BCC, that's a red flag.
Okay, so I can tell a lot by just glancing at who the email is from and who it's going to. What are some things that I need to look for in the body of the email that might tell me it's phishing or spam?
Well, remember, a spam or phishing attack is always going to try to get you to do something. Either click a link, open an attachment, or type something in your keyboard. So those are red flags to look for.
Okay, so before I do any of those things, I need to make sure that there's a legitimate reason behind who it's coming from, who it's going to, and what actions they're asking me to take, right?
Yes, before you take any of those actions, make sure the email is coming from somebody within the organization. It's going to the appropriate people. And also take a look at, is the person who's sending the email the appropriate person to be asking me to do these actions? If an email is coming from, let's say, a third grade classroom teacher, and they're sending out a district-wide survey that should be coming from an HR director, that's probably a phishing email.
Got All right, I've identified an email that I think might be spam or phishing, so what should I do next?
Okay, let's take a look. Now, some emails that are pretty clearly spam or phishing, you'll get this little pop-up right here that shows you. You might want to flag this as spam, and it comes in as a pop-up. You can click it right in the email. Now, some of the emails that are a little sneakier and harder to identify, but you figured it out based on the information I just gave you, this one's spam. You can click on those 3 vertical dots right there, and it'll open a menu of options. One of those options is to report spam or phishing.
Thank you.
Now, one of the reasons you might want to do that, not only will it take it out of your inbox, but it'll also flag it for other users. So anybody else who's gotten that phishing email won't be subject to a phishing attack.
Yeah, gotcha. So what happens if I click on it and open it when I probably think I probably shouldn't have?
Well, don't panic. You won't have been the first or probably the last to do that. First thing to do is you want to change your password. If you're not sure how to change your password, get in touch with your ITC and they can walk you through the process. You also want to sign out of any devices you are signed into. That means you can go into your Google account manager and sign out of all those devices remotely. You don't need to put your hands on each of those devices. Again, if you need help knowing where to do that or how to do that, get in touch with the ITC and we'll be happy to walk you through it.
Thank you so much. I feel a little bit more comfortable now that maybe I'll be able to identify a phishing or a spam email. Thank you.